Today, now, we'll be discussing what is health. We generally have heard this term a lot in our day to day life, and nowadays, especially during the COVID times, health has got a major focus of common people where we are struggling to maintain our health as a good one. So, now when we talk about health, we majorly focus on our physical health. That is, if I am not catching any fever, cold, or if I am not suffering from any viral things or cancer, brain tumor, etc. All these we consider as the diseases. If there are no disease, that means we are healthy. Here, what WHO says about this is completely different. Health doesn't mean one's physical aspects, but it includes mental, social, and spiritual well being also. That means if I have to say that I am healthy, I should be healthy physically, that I can do day to day activities without any difficulty using my physique. Then I have to cope up with the stress, emotion, and changing life aspects psychologically too. With this, when we talk about social well being, it is our interpersonal relationship with each other. If I have differences or disturbances in my family life, or with my work life, or with my friends, it will certainly cause illness within us. So, maintaining all these aspects, keeping these aspects healthy, can make us a healthy person. Here, when we talk about well being or health, it has physical component, it has social component, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, and occupational components. All these components has to be part of health. So, illness is known to be sickness. It is also can be measured as a poor health of somebody. Widely, illness is known as diseases or sickness that we experience, and these are always followed by some signs and symptoms. For example, if you are not well, if you are suffering from fever, your body will be showing more temperature, and with that you will be experiencing some of the dizzinesses. So all these are the some of the symptoms and signs that we see. So here, when we talk about illness, we have different types in medicine. Majorly, here I'll be just mentioning some of the types. First one is infectious illness. Next is heredity, illness of deficiency, and illness which are physiological. Infections are nothing but when we talk about viral fever, viral cold. Okay, all these are spreading through the infection of somebody. Heredity is something which is the disease which is being carried out by your genes from your ancestors, that may be your father, mother, or grandfather, etc. Deficiency problem is nothing but we talk about malnutrition and deficiency in the calcium. It is more of some of the uh, disease which is known to be lack of certain things that your body is in need of. And physiological illness is nothing but if something happens to your hand, your leg, or inside and outside of your body, which is merely deciding or based on your physiological, that is biological aspects, that can be typed as a illness which is physiological. One of the interesting model or a theory which is health and wellness continuum model or health and illness continuum model, where here continuum means something that changes gradually without any specific points, clear points, like we don't know where it is changing, but we know that it will be changed at a certain point, and those points are not so clear to us. Here, the health is a variable which is changed time to time, and here we have to make many adjustments with the external and internal variables of the health. Health illness continuum model is a graphic representation of wellness of an individual. Here, the concept was first proposed by John T. Travis. According to him, a person is not only considered to be healthy based on the absence of disease but also wellness of the mental and emotional health. In his model, Travis says that right side shows high level of wellness, that is achievement of optimum health, and left side of the model shows the premature death, which is certainly a poor health condition. Here, Travis want to explain medicine and physical treatment can only move health to a natural point where all can see no signs of illness. After a neutral point, that is in between of the model, after this neutral point, it depends on the individual how he can move himself to optimum health, which is high level of wellness. To achieve this high level wellness, individual need to pass through three stages like awareness, education, and growth. Individual's attitude towards health also affect the person's health and illness percentage. If individual have positive attitude, he moves towards the right side, that means to achieve good health. But if individual have a negative attitude, he'll move to left side. For example, if a person has a fever and he thinks he'll be better in few days and continue the treatment, person will have both mental wellness and physical wellness. In case of negative attitude, the individual will be in mental distress and there may be delay in recovery from the illness. So, health axis and the environment axis intersect with each other and form a 4 different stages here. Okay. High level of wellness with a very favorable environment, a person maintaining optimum health and his surrounding environment like family, society, and also interactions will help him to support to move towards the right side of the model, that is achieving the high illness. And also, for example, a person lives a healthy lifestyle, means taking a proper diet, regular exercises, regular checkup of a health. With all these doing, if he engage himself in meditation, yoga, and keeping healthy relationship with society, makes a person achieve optimum health. That means the right side of the model where he is reaching the high level wellness through the awareness of the health, through educating himself of the wealth, and it will make him grow. With this, when we talk about unfavorable environments are hitting a person who knows how to maintain a health but could not fulfill it due to certain circumstances will be moving towards the left side of the model. Here, for example, if I have to say, a wealthy person who is living in a big city meets an accident. He got admitted to a reputed hospital. After discharge, he is taking physiotherapy. Now, as he has a resource, these resources and these health facilities he can afford is because of the resources he has. Many a times, if I am not well, I may not have a proper resource to go and do the checkup and get the treatment. So it will make me project some signs and symptoms of the illness, and I'll be moving towards the. In short, we can tell that if a person is at a neutral state, neutral place of this model, it means that he is surviving. He is surviving, but with some of the irritability, or he may be withdrawn, or sometimes he is worried, or sometimes he is fine. But if he is moving towards the left side of the model, he'll be discussing about his struggling that may make him depressed, tired, poor, and his performances will be less, and he may have the poor appetite and sleep. In the same way, if he is moving towards the poor health more than the second step of the neutral place, he'll be very anxious, he'll be with the low mood, he'll be exhausted. That means, in short, he'll be not so fit and fine to do his day-to-day activities. In the same way, if we look into the right side, if he is optimizing his health, he'll be thriving to be calm, positive, and he'll be performing well in his life. He'll be getting enough of the good sleep, he'll be eating normally, and his social life will be balanced, and all his activity are balanced when he is thriving. In the same way, if he is reaching the high level of health, he will be always joyful, energetic, he'll be exerting high performances. With this particular theory or a model, we can say that a person, even without any illness present in him, he can thrive to optimize his health. With this, we'll be concluding today's session. In tomorrow's session or in next session, we'll be talking about the different models of health, and we'll be discussing those models one by one. Thank you.